It's Tuesday again, and it's the first Tuesday after Gold Road, so we have a new addition to Filer Ull's offering.
You see this area?
Check this out. We have 4 scripts available. Now, I have not gotten these scripts on any of my characters, so they are the most expensive they will be at 10,000, 15,000, and 20,000 archival fortunes. These will drop down to 2,000, 3,000, and 4,000 if you have already found them on a character, making them much more affordable. I will say with the Scalarium vendor, however, before you find the scripts, they are 20,000, 40,000, and 60,000 gold. And then once you have found them, they are 4,000, 8,000, and 12,000 gold. I do think that if you're comparing archival fortunes to gold, the value of the gold scripts is much better. But if you're in a hurry, these rotate weekly. So utilizing both may not be a bad idea. But if I'm comparing 10,000 archival fortunes to 20,000 or 2,000 to 4,000, I can farm hundreds of thousands of gold in an hour by farming materials and selling them through guild traders, compared to, I can't do 100,000 archival fortunes in an hour in Infinite Archive. It's just not comparable. So if you're looking for time efficiency, I would focus on the gold versions of the scripts, but know that they are available for archival fortunes here. So if you've been saving up, if you don't know what to spend your archival fortunes on, this is another possibility, and it will be changing weekly on Tuesdays with everything else. The Scalarium vendor did not change this morning. I've already checked. I don't know yet when that one is going to change over, but we'll keep an eye on it. Okay, so this week we have Berserk, a buff increasing damage done to a scribed skill when written to a grimoire. We have the bleed damage focus script, adds bleed damage to a scribed skill when written to a grimoire. The immobilize focus script, again, should be obvious, it adds immobilize. Crusader's Defiance, removal of debilitating effects to a scribed skill when written to a grimoire. Okay. And now we have our typical offerings. We have a map, Gold Coast treasure maps. The gear that drops out of Gold Coast is Flanking, Morehouse, and Sithis. You can also get book furnishings from treasure maps in Gold Coast. If you're not sure how that works, the link is down below. However, Gold Coast treasure maps are going to be super cheap. I would save my archival fortunes for something like scripts over treasure maps any day. Okay. We have the Narianth shoulder. Not a super remarkable looking shoulder, and I typically say to hold out for the mask style pages versus shoulder style pages, because I do think these are much, much easier to get. But if you're looking for the shoulder, it is there today. Next, we have companion jewelry. We do like jewelry better than light, medium, or heavy armor because you have a better chance of getting a trait that you find useful because you're not restricted to it being combined with light, medium, or heavy armor. So while companion equipment from the Infinite Archive vendor is bound, jewelry is our favorite. So take that for what it is. Let's go ahead and skip the book for now. We have 2 leads as usual. This first lead is for the Ring of the Pale Order. It is the Order-etched gallery rail. This is the one that drops from Badman's Hallows Trash Mobs. I didn't find this one particularly difficult to get. I have heard of people who are struggling with this one. Pale Order's been out for a while. Probably skipping this one this week. But if you need it, it's here. Okay, this is one I really want to talk about. Do not buy this lead. Please do not buy this lead. This is yet another example of a static lead that you can just go to a particular spot in the game and pick it up. There is no RNG involved. There's no grind. Just go get it. This is for the Telvanni Alchemy Station. It's the spot that you go to get it is northeast of Ald Edra. Just go pick it up. Do not spend 5,000 archival fortunes on it. It's going to take you less than a minute to just go pick it up. Next, we have our Malographic Ichor. 50 Malographic Ichors unlock the Ichor Most Malevolent achievement and the Malographic Mount. Once you get 50 of these, now that Gold Road is out, you are guaranteed to have it cycle through the other fragments, so that's exciting. I would not spend 15,000 archival fortunes on it. I would just run an IA daily. Then we have our Plague-Drenched Fabric. This gives you the Periite Skeeve Master costume. once you have collected 10 of these. These drop from the Orcrest Public Dungeon in Northern Elsewhere. All right, next we have a Tales of Tribute clue. Yet again, if you're playing Tales of Tribute, you're probably getting the clues. This is your cheat code. So, all right, now to books. We have Daedric Worship and the Dark Elves. This one drops out of Infinite Archive, and you can find the Eidetic Memory book in the Necrom Mages Guild. The next one is on Cypher's Midden. This one also drops from Infinite Archive, and you can find the Eidetic Memory in Apocrypha. Neither one of these books is super special as far as how it looks, but again, if you're a completionist, they're available. All right, now we're going to run an arc of Infinite Archive and see what Overland gear is dropping. We just completed an arc of Infinite Archive, and this week for Overland gear dropping, we have gear from Oridon, we have Queen's Elegance, Twin Sisters Veiled Heritance, and gear from Somerset. That would be Grace of Gloom, Griffin's Ferocity, and Wisdom of Vanis. I would like to note that we did not get class script scraps. So Zoss says we should get those from completing Infinite Archive, which can't really complete it. It's endless, right? We had assumed that that meant it came from the daily coffer. It does not. So there you go. All right, so that sums up this week's Infinite Archive vendor and what gear is dropping from Infinite Archive this week. We'll see you next week.